You got to be real.
Give him a follow, guys.
Good.
At White House Senior Living, our residents feel right at home. Our vibrant facility offers delightful activities and outings, round-the-clock professional care,
walk.
and exquisite
Can't even
house-made
put
meals.
his jacket on.
Everything is put in front of me right now.
But he
Everything,
loves
all
pizza.
Italian food, basically.
And ice cream.
And ice cream.
And
Chocolate
ice
chip ice
cream.
cream.
White House
Double
Senior Living,
chocolate.
where residents feel like presidents.
I bet you eats lots of Jell-O, folks. I bet you he eats lots of Jell-O. DJ Wonder Chrissy here. I got a new hat here from Born of Osiris. They're on tour in Europe as we film this, and good luck to the boys. There's one less person in the band, as one of the guitarists, was named Joe, I think, has decided to move on. And I guess if you're a guitar player, get in touch with Born of Osiris, and maybe they will hook you up. I know there's a lot of guitarists out there doing shorts of Born of Osiris, so hopefully they can find a new guitar player. All right, so we're Brandon's got a problem. Brandon Johnson in the city of Chicago, as much as they didn't let on that they had a problem, anybody who's got access to the internet and can Google measles can tell you that when you have a confined shelter with over 1,800 people in it, and someone gets measles and the majority of the people are not vaccinated, you're going to have a problem. So now, it was, we just got a couple of cases, and then it went to, we're starting to handle this and giving vaccinations, and yesterday it came out that there was 5, which really, let me tell you, when they say they got 5, that means they have 10. They're just trying to, go cool with it, right? They're trying to go cool with it. So today they got some more in the shelter. And oh, by the way, we got someone that was in the suburbs that went to one of our offices, and they got it too. So it's spreading like wildfire in Chicago, and the CDC is helping out according to this report. So let's play this report, and you can find out all about what's going on with the measles in Chicago. Let me get it set up for you guys. There it is. There we are. So stay safe in Chicago, folks. That's all I got to say. Wait a minute. We got to get our volume. There we go. Let's restart it. All right.
Experts from the CDC is expected to arrive in Chicago today to support the local response. It comes as the measles is spreading rapidly at a multi-story warehouse.
Did you hear that?
Migrants.
Did you hear that? According to the media, it's spreading rapidly. Go figure. Let's play that one again.
Yesterday, city health officials confirmed 2 more adults at the Pilsen shelter have now fallen ill with a highly contagious virus.
Highly.
That's now at least 5 people citywide and 4 people, including 2 young children at the shelter.
Let's go back a little bit further.
It comes as the measles is spreading rapidly.
Rapidly.
Turned living space for migrants. Yesterday, city health officials confirmed 2 more adults at the Pilsen shelter have now fallen ill with a highly contagious virus.
Highly.
That's now at least 5 people citywide and 4 people, including 2 young.
See, they're reporting not 5, but at least 5.
Mayor Brandon Johnson says city health officials are working around the clock to combat and contain the measles outbreak.
We're going literally.
Must be pretty bad if they're working around the clock, and I would suggest that too. Every minute is a blessing from God when you're trying to treat a measles outbreak, which a bunch of people that aren't vaccinated. these people come from countries where they don't believe in the vaccination, folks. They don't believe in the measles, and why they don't have outbreaks in their country. Maybe they do. They just don't care is beyond me.
Floor to floor with partners, encouraging migrants to get vaccinated. There are some individuals, whether you're a migrant or not, people that have some hesitancy and some reticence around it.
Also, Cook County Health is
Here you go, Arlington Heights. That's not too far from here.
notifying patients, visitors, and staff about possible measles exposure connected to 2 of the Chicago cases. This involves 3 Cook County Health facilities. One of the patients was admitted to Stroger Hospital's emergency department on February 27th, and a second person who later tested positive for measles visited Arlington Heights Health Center and Cook County Health's professional building on March 7th. Meanwhile, city leaders now say 95% of people living in the Pilsen shelter have been vaccinated against measles, and they're working to increase vaccination rates at every shelter across the city as a possible eviction date.
Yeah, might be a smart thing, and this may have bought some people some extra time because come Saturday they're supposed to start evicting people after 60 days. So I think I saw one report where they were supposedly quarantining the people in this Pilsen, this building right here in the right-hand bottom, for 21 days. So this may buy some migrants some extra time in the shelter. And as I said before, there's not a lot of buses coming. I haven't heard any reports of new buses coming. Doesn't mean it's not happening, but must not be a lot. I would think, if any, they're coming through the airport from San Diego and Arizona in dribs and drabs, but we haven't gotten any counts of late, and they're continuing to try to find apartment landlords that will rent to the state or whoever that's handing out the money for a while. So let's finish this report here.
Shelter residents approaches later this week. Watch breaking.
So there you go. Let's as long as we're here, let's look at another report here. Let's see. Fox always has a good report. So let's watch. I think this is Casey Cronus from Fox Chicago does a nice report here. Let's listen to this. So let me get this going.
Alert. Officials revealing since Thursday, 5 cases of measles have been confirmed here in Chicago, most of them among new arrivals.
Until now, there wasn't a single confirmed case of measles in the city since 2019.
Funny how that happens.
Casey Cronus is live in Pilsen with the...
A lovely Casey.
Tia and Terrence, initially 2 young children living here at the Halstead Street shelter, were infected with measles. But today, we have learned that measles has spread to 2 adults. Now, health officials are rolling
Funny how that happens.
out what they're calling a citywide response. As the number of measles cases at one of Chicago's largest migrant shelters doubles to...
The measles finally got somebody's attention. I can give them that. If we got a citywide response, somebody's got some ants in their pants for sure now.
Dozens of migrants are moving out, while hundreds are now in quarantine.
Our public health department, we're on the ground.
Officials with the Chicago Department of Public Health say over the weekend, more than 900 Pilsen shelter residents received the MMR vaccine and have been instructed...
That's only about half that was in there. That's an interesting number. Only half.
...to stay at the shelter for 21 days.
There you go. Your 21 days.
CDC is getting involved.
Dr. Tina Tan, a pediatric infection...
About time the CDC got involved, because I don't think the Chicago Department of Public Health knows what the hell they're doing.
This disease physician at Lurie Children's Hospital says the U.S. is in the midst of several measles outbreaks.
Since the pandemic, we do know that there are more individuals that are vaccine hesitant.
She's
Trying to put a positive spin on it for Bren. Bless her heart.
Says that, paired with an influx of new arrivals, will likely lead to even more cases.
Unfortunately, in this migrant shelter, many of the countries these people come from, they don't use measles vaccine on a routine basis.
For those who aren't vaccinated, measles is a highly contagious and serious respiratory infection and could lead to pneumonia and other complications. Initial
Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Jeez.
symptoms include cough,
Take the shot, folks.
red eyes, fever, and a rash.
And kids can get very sick with it, and the best way to protect your children is to get them vaccinated if they're not already vaccinated.
Officials say the first confirmed case last week was in a Northwest Side resident, and they tell us that is unrelated to these shelter cases, but it brings the total in Chicago to 5 measles cases. And now we've also been told that MMR vaccines are being distributed at the city's migrant landing zone. Reporting live in Pilsen, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
So I don't know where they're getting all the vaccines from. I bet you they had to fly some in. I wouldn't be surprised if the CDC had to fly some in from out of state. Getting crazy in Chicago, folks. As you know, we're getting crazy in Chicago. And just showing that they're not prepared